Hi, good evening. I am back and we're going to be decoding the passing of Pop Smoke, the rapper who passed away at 20 years old in West Hollywood, February 19th, 2020. So, you guys wanted me to come on and help you guys deal with and figure out all the things surrounding Pop Smoke's early, untimely death. So, y'all know that I'm always on Instagram looking around, and I saw many things that are very interesting. Um, so if you read about Pop Smoke's death, it was said that two hooded masked beings or people um, had a home invasion on him and shot him, right? And so this was today. This was today that happened. Okay, so I always look at Instagram because they always leaving messages and things like that. So this is Chris Brown's Instagram, what he posted yesterday. And there's two beings that you cannot see their face, which is also similar to being masked. You can't see their face, right? So there's two hooded people, one up here, one down here, and then he's making a phone call. And then we have this alien dude whose name is Paul, and he's like sticking up the middle finger. But Paul, yeah, is on the wall and represents, this is a very coded photo. I mean, why would you take a photo like this if it didn't mean anything? This is interesting. Okay, and he's making that phone call, Christos. Then you have the alien being above, and he's like, laughing. And the alien being represents that in which is above that we can't see, something that's ready to go down. He also posted this a while ago, like 16 hours ago, right before any of this happened. And if you can see, it's on the blue hoodie, and then this gun. That's Chris Brown. And it says, "Shoot your shot. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take," with a heart. So this blue hoodie was very interesting because if you go on Pop Smoke's Instagram, he has on all blue on his last photo. And he's getting into a white vehicle with a suitcase in all blue on, as if he's leaving. This is one day ago. And so he's putting his Louis luggage in there, and Louis luggage represents warrior. And then his friend Mike, Michael, and then they both have on blue. He has some money, and that's symbolic of getting ready to leave. As far as, when you have money in the grave, or when you have melanin and you get ready to go somewhere, outside of this realm. And then you have the open sunroof. Y'all know that's code. Okay. And then under the picture, it says, "Get straight passion. Love, zip him up, bag him, Louis Vuitton," or Louis V. So, with the passing of Kobe and all the backlash, behind, "Oh, I'm not going to support him because he didn't support, Black women," or whatever. The last song that was to come out in lyric form 2 days ago was basically uplifting the Black woman, a melanated woman, deeply melanated woman, and within the first 1 minute of the song. So he's going to try to get women to raise him up to a higher frequency. And it dropped 2 days ago. It's called Element. And then to make it even more interesting, he has a song called Dior, and it has Billie Jean in there. The name Billie Jean, Billie Jean, and Billie Jean represents. I took notes so that I could show you guys. Mhm. So Billie Jean represents. Let me get this. Blessing, and it also represents the name or meaning of Lord is gracious or Yahweh or whatever, whatever. So it's basically Billie Jean is basically like blessings of God or something like that. And then we have and of course Michael Jackson reference, of course, always. It's always there. And then we have oh, it gets more interesting. Just let me keep going. Then his real name is Baraka. Um, Bashar Baraka. So Bashar is bringer of good news or good tidings. So good news to come, bringer of good news. And then his middle name means, which is Baraka, means blessing. So blessing, you getting ready to get your sprinkle, sprinkle. And his name, let's break down his name, Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke. Now y'all already know I already decoded Pop because of King of Pop. P.O.P. Prince of Peace. Smoke, cloud. How does the Prince of Peace ascend? On a cloud, right? And biblically, right? And then the last photo he takes is himself getting in a white vehicle, which is like a cloud. Okay, so and Louis Vuitton or Louis V is symbolic of warriors, like archangels. Okay. And if you know Barakiel or Barakiel is one of the angels. Okay. Just an angelic lore. Then we have Chris Brown, also simulating a similar photo. He's dressed in blue and green like the earth. And then this big white cloud approaches, this giant white cloud approaches, and he's standing in front of it. So that's also symbolic. And he also posts pictures of his dogs, Zeus and Hades, and they're, you know, one looks like a cloud, one looks a little bit darker. So he's posting all this stuff. I mean, for what reason? Uh-huh. And then, of course, he also posts another. This is before, let's see, this is way before Pop Smoke. Chris Brown posted this in his story. White clouds. Like, you never had a panic attack until one of these drives up behind you. So basically, they're trying to tell us that something is coming in the clouds. Look up. Okay. Remember I told y'all keep a look at the sky? Now Drake posted this. Well, I put these two photos together, but these two pictures was on his Instagram. So he finally got his shoes, the black and yellow, because he's black and Jewish. And then he has his argon pyramids up there for display. And he wrote in response to Pop Smoke, he said, "Sit by some good energy tonight. In these unwelcoming times, be with someone, no, be with some good people and express how grateful you are for whatever it is you have. Rest in peace, Pop." And then I'm zooming in to see what this stuff is. This argon pyramids in the mirror, and then a tiger ashtray with a joint in it. Y'all can go look at on his stories on Instagram. If y'all don't know how to find a story on Instagram, just click their profile picture when it's rotating, and then the story will be in there. So that was put out, and then let's see. That I think that's all that I looked for. Those are the only ones that I looked at because they usually have the most information. If you're trying to keep up with what's going on. Mm, let's see. Yeah. And then you have Rihanna. She posted something where she looks like a giant cloud up on the thing. Of course, she's had to show her booty, but she's in this all white outfit up high. So that also represents cloud. So these are like the three to watch for information because they're the three that were given, the sprinkle sprinkle to put out the info. Um, so it's interesting how this all these posts were a day ago and in anticipation for this happening. Okay? And then Drake has himself and another guy rolling dice in a white cup, like, and um, Drake gets two fives, and I don't know, y'all can go watch that on Instagram. But basically, he's rolling dice, and basically, it's like the chance, y'all are playing, y'all are gambling, basically. This is a gamble in which don't gamble with this type of energy, right? Don't gamble. Um, then I posted the Eminem commercial, if y'all saw that, where the M&Ms were saying, "Oh, we're stuck in a bar of chocolate. I don't know, I'm stuck in a bar of chocolate." This represents the souls that are going to get, sucked up by, massive amounts of people upon, whatever this ascension or, catastrophe or death. I don't know. But it's basically saying they're going to be souls or spirits trapped inside of other things. Then I posted that video on my community section, so y'all can go check it out. Let's just put the M&M chocolate bar commercial. If y'all don't want to go look there, it comes up. And what else? What else do I have? Okay. And then like Chris Brown posts, some people might think they don't, but okay. Some people might think they don't, but you deserve love. And he posted that. And love is code for so many things and messages to so many different people. And the underneath the photo, it says out of space and out of time on Chris Brown's on Chris Brown's Instagram. So how would he know a whole day ahead that that was going to happen? You see? So I'll put it up close. This is out of time and outer space. Okay. So this is what's happening. This is what's going on. TMZ was, of course, the first one to report, the first one on the scene, because they always are, because they know what's going to happen before it happens. See, a lot of I keep trying to show you guys this to wake y'all up. I've been seeing stuff like this for a long time, really. So it's perplexing. It sure is, but you have to know, what to look at. So it's very interesting. Um, okay, so let me see what else I took notes for that I can give to you guys. Because I really put this together real quick because I wasn't even planning on doing this. But mhm. All right, so let's see what I have. So yes. The space exploration, spaceflightsnow.com posted one day ago that they're now going to put um, they plan to fly private citizens on SpaceX crew capsule one day ago, and they give the price and everything. So now you get all these rocket launching companies that are now selling seats on rocket ships for between 50 and $52 million a seat. So I wonder who that, a lot of people haven't posted on Instagram in a while. Um, few people have not posted in a little while, but they probably going to space. Yeah, y'all look it up. Just like every time I see suspicious stuff, like stuff closing in, people dropping messages about stuff in the sky, people putting out messages in mass forms, and to get a lot of attention quick, fast, and in a hurry. How do you put out information quick, fast, in a hurry? You figured out the best way, but the best way is to get a lot of attention on the information. And let's see, I'll show you the Drake story.
What do you think this is? What do you think this is? I don't know, man. 2 5s. 2 5s. All right. All right. Two ones.
Okay, so they're rolling dice and they're playing "You Could Have Had It All" in the background by Adele. You could have had it all. So pay attention. Right, casting lots, playing that "You Could Have Had It All" in the background. Rolling in the deep. Yeah, I'm just saying the chorus because that's what you think of when you hear that song. Rolling the dice. Yep. Man, it feel like rolling dice. Man, it feel like rolling dice. 7 twice. 7 twice. 7-Eleven, Beyonce. So basically, all these things happen, and it's almost as if people are, playing these games and playing dice, and whichever way the dice rolls is what you got to do. So we have people going into space now. That just released 1 day ago. Y'all remember on okay, so now there's a video called Purple Lamborghini by Rick Ross. And Rick Ross and the Joker are in a club and they're like, cool with each other. And, he's gangster and Rick Ross and his boys represent gang, or like these energies coming down from above, to cause havoc and whatever. Gang. And then the Joker's like, cool. And then they get him out on a boat all in the middle of the ocean. They get him out on a boat in the middle of the ocean. And guess what gang does to the Joker at the end? I know y'all have seen that video. They shoot him. So you get someone out in the middle of the ocean on a boat, and he thought that he thought that he was going to get out and, be cool after gang started messing up everything. But then gang came back and got him by surprise. Like they pulled a joke on the Jokers. So y'all can go watch Purple Lamborghini and watch the end. Yeah, you remember that video? Okay. So they're saying basically tonight, or Drake was saying get by some good energy tonight. Y'all know what that means. Get by some good energy tonight. Be with the people that you love. Basically, that's what he's saying. Let's see what else they're posting. 2523. So let me see who else. I think that's it because no one is really posting anymore. Let me see if for real posted. No. Like a lot of these people haven't posted in a while. So let me see what Bill Gates posted. Yeah, he posted him and his wife in a big white van. Um, what does it say? I don't know, just so it shows him going around the world and stuff. And then he has like a book list of stuff to read. I don't know. I'm sure there's clues on there. Y'all already know. And that's those are basically the people that I look at. And let me think. Neil deGrasse Tyson posted "Good Night Moon." Neil deGrasse Tyson posted a bedtime story with the dude from Reading Rainbow reading a bedtime story to put people to sleep. And hey, Sasha, it was "Good Night Moon," and that book is coded, believe it or not. And the moon, good night moon. Y'all know the moon represents Neil deGrasse Tyson on Instagram. He's the astrophysicist. This dude, Star Talk. So he has this dude from Reading Rainbow. Y'all remember him? And
Fall asleep.
so he gets read this long bedtime story.
I'll read it to you. Sure. Thank you. Good Night Moon by Margaret Wise Brown. Pictures by Clement Hurd. In the great green room, there was a telephone and a red balloon.
In the great green room, there was a telephone and a great big red balloon. Okay. So y'all can go read Good Night Moon. And y'all can see if y'all can decode that. But it's very coded. So this is almost as if something major is about to happen consciously, spiritually, on the screen, or whatever. But it's going to be very interesting. I'm excited. Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk are selling seats. Yep, in the alternative reality. Well, yeah, I knew something was up when they started advertising those seats on those rockets yesterday. About to level up. Now view panoramic. Yeah, and then his last name was Jackson. And it says, someone reminded me that Bashar interviewed Michael Jackson years ago. Any correlation? Well, the names are always clues and hints, Everything, a lot of things that we think are real are just scripted, just scripts in order to open and broaden your consciousness so that you can later on connect all the dots and see how everything leads up to something and see how something was created before the actual event even happened in order to, support the event. So it kind of lets you peek into it when you're able to see certain things. Just you can tell that a lot of those photos were, referencing what was going to happen, and then it happened. But, cast yourself in a role you want to play. Life is a movie. Yeah, it sure is. And whatever happens in the sky, on the screen, the noises or whatnot, all the 5G towers start vibrating. It's a 4D movie, baby. Get ready. Get ready for thriller. Get y'all cameras ready. And they were advertising solar lights and solar powered things on the rocket website where they were, advertising and, telling you about the space rocket ships and $52 million seats. They had like advertisements for solar lights and stuff on there. Just interesting. Let's see what else has been posted in the last few days. Who is that? Okay. No. Oh, and of course, Kanye posts these interesting photos of his Sunday service in Chicago. So we have that. Then he posted one in blue as well. So we have that. And, it all leads up to, oh, and then we have this. I don't know who posted this because I didn't take the top of the Instagram name, but somebody posted that. It says, when you relax after a long day and reflect on your life, this planet is ghetto. Anyway. Okay, so Snoop Dogg posts this like a couple of days ago, and you see the blue? Two people with blue on, and it says supported his son after he traded the football field in for the runway. We need more dads like that. So the football field is the earth. Hold on. But also football is like when two worlds are merging, the middle, like the middle ground, and then the runway is, for a plane to take off on. So it's code, gamma ray, trading the earth for the sky, basically. Changing the ground for the sky. Changing the lower level, the Jefferson song. Well, we moving on it, okay. And then you have Snoop. I forgot about Snoop. Yeah, you have Snoop posting this, and look on his shirt. There's an astronaut, and he's laughing. There's like these blue lights behind him, and Nelly has on a white shirt like a cloud. Okay, so I'm like, okay, that's interesting. I take pictures of their posts because sometimes they delete them. So I take them with like the screenshots so that I can decode whatever they're doing because sometimes they'll delete them, and then you won't see the information anymore. But let's see what was posted lately. Okay, this is what Bill Gates posted as his recommended reading. Okay, it says prepared, and it says an American marriage. I don't know what that means. Then it has growth, and then we have why we sleep, and then we have the truths. History of the United States, the truth. So that was his reading recommendations. Interesting, right? And let's see when this was. I think Diddy posted this where he's like kneeling down to, it says mama or mommy. He's kneeling down and she has on the green. So he kneels to the great mother, the great goddess. Yes, biblically, go read about the clouds in the sky coming on, Prince of Peace coming in on a cloud. Go read about that. It's all about frequency change, something in the sky being cloaked by clouds. Okay, major change coming. People are flying up out of here before people go crazy because people are very emotional. They don't know what's going on. And someone also posted there's so many people that have no clue about what's about to happen, what's going down. 85% of people are ignorant to the fact. And when something goes down, you're not going to know what's happening because most people don't really look or pay attention to little details. and notice strange things. So there are going to be a lot of people that are panicking or going silly and crazy and stupid. And that's why you need to be balanced and understand certain things in this time. Love both channels. I've been researching so much. This channel makes my vibration higher, learning so much from you. Thank you, Kayla Sprinkle Sprinkle. So, Bird Box, exactly. He said, is he dead? It don't even matter if he did. You know, that's not the message. The message is to decode. You know, I'm not gonna say if he dead or not because it doesn't matter. I mean, if somebody can predict your death a day ahead of time, I mean, either it's a hit or a fake death. You choose, and that's what you go with. Okay, so that's all I can tell you. It's up to you what to believe or not. But the point is, they're trying to prepare you for something to come. This is the point. If you don't know, let me tell you, they're preparing you for something. Okay, just understand. So, the cloud. He got in a cloud. He got in a white truck. There's white trucks and vans posted everywhere. White sweaters, white clothes. You know, so coming in on a cloud in the smoke, in a mist, in the plasma. And then you have the Rolling Stone cover with the triple goddess. Let me see. Where's she at? Dressed in black leather. Dressed in all black like the omen. Have your friend singing, "This is for my homie. Do you know me?" Um, where did I put it? Goodness gracious. Here it is. It says the takeover. And there's SZA, Megan Thee Stallion, and then there's Normani. So this is the takeover, and then she has the cross. You see? So the triple goddess, the dark energy, the this is women shaping the future. Music's next, superstars, and then you have it on Rolling Stone. So Rolling Stone, rolling in the deep, rolling the dice, the earth, rolling. 4D, 4D Earth, Ascension, stuff, you know, pointing in the sky, strange lights, people getting rocket tickets to get up out of here. Yeah, so that's it. I guess the best way to raise your frequency, you know, I guess is a good day to raise your frequency and be around high frequency people. And I don't know. Drake had all his argon pyramids surrounding him in the mirror, trying to double their energy, I guess. And so I guess. And I also noticed them digging deeper ditches, like around this, you know, neighborhood, as if they know something could happen as far as water is concerned, like flooding or whatever. Then we have Goodbye Moon. And so, you know, the moon, flood, remember the Drake um, picture with the moon with the skeleton on it. And, you know, just trying to get an understanding. So we'll all see what it is. I'm pretty sure it's something interesting. And of course, you know, even if it's, you know, if there's something major in our atmosphere or getting closer to us or consciously getting closer to us or energetically getting closer to us, however you want to view this, whether it's through the holographic matrix, through your consciousness, or through the physical aspect of things, there's something going to happen that's very interesting. And it's going to be up in the sky. So get your binoculars, get your cameras ready. I don't know if phones are going to work, so power up your old schools. The cameras might still work on them. I don't know. All right. I'll save you from that terror on the screen. I'll make you see that this is thriller night. And no one's gonna save you from the thing from the thing with 4D eyes. Night creatures crawling, the dead start to walk in their masquerade. There's no escaping the jaws of the alien this time. This is the end. Oh, Sasha said I'm gonna get copyrighted. Sorry. This is the end of the line. Right. There will be an announcement prior to the change over so people will not panic as much. Will there? Will there? I'll save you from the terror on the screen. I'll make you see that this is thriller. Not everybody gonna see, baby. Only those people that was listening. Okay. And also what was being posted a lot lately on Instagram was people in front of green screens. Like Diddy was in front of a green screen. Chris Brown was in front of a green screen. Just like, why are you showing us this? Like, what's up with the green screen? So, green screen means fake, phony, not real. Okay, so y'all just don't get. Oh yeah, Lil Nas X too. He was in front of that green screen. And remember his last video? He came in rodeo, and he came in like gang gang, and he was in front of that green screen. Exactly. So, yeah. So don't freak out. I'm just tell people don't freak out. Call everybody, if they see something crazy in the sky, please tell them don't freak out. These tests, they gotta do these tests. They gotta create some type of change for the takeover, or I don't know. Just go with it. Pretend like you act. Oh, like take a picture with it, like. But the real issue is how people react. This is the message. It's to show you how important knowledge is, how important decoding is, instead of not knowing anything, being left out, not knowing what's just like on Bird Box, and then having a surprise and how these people are going to really start reacting. Like, are they going to start doing some crazy stuff? Are they going to? It says to stay in your house. To stay in your house for the 4 days. If something goes down, house also represents your body. But it could also mean the same thing physically. So, like, if something strange goes down, stay in that house. Don't be, people are going to literally think it's probably going to be the end of the world or whatnot, and going doing some stupid stuff. And they're going to film it. And it's going to be weird, but I don't know if it's literally going to go down like that, but I'm just making my predictions. You said, hide your kids. I don't think anything is going to happen like super major. I just think it's going to be like, we're going to see who's going to do what. We're going to see who's woke for real. And we're going to see, because that project Blue Beam has, information has been out for so long. a lot of people aren't going to believe what's in the sky is real, or maybe it is real, maybe it's not, because remember, the Joker got tricked. Maybe the Joker gets tricked. So either way, looks like Drake got his little argons and smoked his weed and got his shoes and told people to be around people that are good energy. So who knows? Travis Scott in the Blue on IG. Yeah, I told you, like, yeah, they're all in on that message. Let me see what Lil Nas X posted. Oh yeah. Oh, what in the world? There goes the cloud again, up on the sky. Screen board. You see? What in the world? Let me see what he said. Beyonce sent me a box. He gonna get inside the box. So here's the green screen wall. And he's saying peace. He's walking into the green screen. Pandora's box. I wonder what the back of his jacket says. He goes in with black. He goes in with black outfit on. He comes out in white. Like the cloud. He goes in a box. The box is the earth. The dark place. Comes out of the box. Pops up. Goes to the cloud. Calls of a Menti in Thoth. You got to go down. You got to descend before you can ascend. That's what he's doing. Right. Right. Okay. I need to see. There's no sound on this. Oh, wait, there's. Hold on. Let's see what he's saying. Turn my swag on. Take a look in the mirror and say, what's up? So, Soldier Boy, tell him. So, the whole soldier thing, the Louis Vuitton thing, the warrior thing, the archangel thing, the going and descending and resurrection in the cloud. It's the Jesus story, but in I don't know, this type of event with the green screen or whatnot. So then they have like the mirror, remember the mirror universe, or the twin, or that type of thing. Right. You are either chosen or not. Simple as that. Okay. Yeah, so nothing to be afraid of. It will just put us all even playing field. Yeah, I'm not even worried. It's like, I know it's fake. I've been knowing everything is for a reason. It's a show. It's a great adventure. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's not dangerous, like Michael Jackson said on the end of This Is It. He said it's a thriller. I'll save you from the terror on the screen. I'll make you see that this is thriller. Okay, so thanks, Mike, for making us see that it's thriller. And so we won't be out doing some crazy stuff. Okay. People will eliminate themselves. Bye. That's their fault. Shoot. I'm not gonna bird box. I told y'all. I'm gonna be sitting up here like, listening to Michael Jackson. Am I gonna go live when it goes down? Do you think we're gonna have signals? That's gonna be funny. I was like, look at these crazy people out here bird boxing. Look. I'm gonna be feeling. Okay, so That's all that the Pop Smoke was. Prince of Peace on a cloud, baby. Got his Louis Vuitton luggage, his warrior luggage, his archangel luggage, got in that cloud with Mike, his friend. His friend in the next seat name was Mike, sitting next to him. They got in a white truck. There's white trucks posted all over, white outfits, cloud. So lots of clues the day before on Chris Brown and on Chris Brown's Instagram, lots of clues of what was coming with Pop Smoke. And I showed you the photos because if you read the story about how home invasion, like alien invasion, home invasion, invasion. So think about that for a second. And then remember when Chris Brown posted that video? It's still up. Y'all can go find it. And it looks like there's two planets in one. One planet goes into the other planet. It's like one planet inside of a city. Let's see if I can find it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Or something approaching, or just something otherworldly that's happening. And it says superhero. That's on that superhero visual song on Chris Brown's Instagram. And then remember when Drake posted this? Like, it says, if you're reading this, it's too late. He posted this on one of his stories recently. I know it's old, but he recently posted just this photo. And let's see. What's this? Oh, the moon does look like the moon does look like it's disappearing. This is what I took. Usually you can see the other side of the moon in photos like these, but where is it? It's like the sky is opaque. See? It's nowhere to be found. And then just to make sure that I'm not seeing things, look, I'll put it on the regular side. You see, you usually can see the other side, you can kind of see the shadow or the outline, because I took a photo of, and I showed y'all the old moon that I took a picture of, like, let's see what year, 2018, and you could see the other side of it. And that's when it was upside down. And then I also took a photo let's see, from another year and put these two side by side. So you could see the background on this one. You can see the shadow, but there's nothing on this one. It's opaque. The skies, look at the different colors of the sky. This is a screen. How can the sky be this blue? Look at that. Y'all know how blue the sky looks now? Look at that. Y'all ever seen the sky that blue and blue? Right. Hologram. Because I never remember the sky being that blue, not even as a child. Look, here's the new sky. Here's the old sky from a couple years ago. Oops, sorry. So we know that's not real. Even early in the morning, the sky is super blue. So just scroll. If you have a phone, scroll back a couple of years ago in your photos. Let me scroll back a couple of years ago in my photo. Will you just take any type of random photo of the sky? It's not going to be that blue. I promise you. And you're going to be like, okay, I see now. I understand. The sky is going to be like a screen. Interesting. Okay, I'm scrolling so I can see it. I'm trying to go back a little further so that it's like 2018, so you can see the difference. All right, here we go. 2018. Okay. I was taking a lot of photos of the sky back then. Here we go. You see, it's not even that blue. It's just, this is 2018. And compare it to the sky today, it's super blue. Here's another one. Oh wait, that's the clouds. This is one I took of the two. This is when the sun was looking weird and stuff, and there was like the clouds were leaving. This is actually when the clouds started leaving us. I was taking photos of all the clouds being sucked out. That's not the sun. See? And all the clouds are being sucked out of like the sky in all one direction. They would all be sucked in one direction, and the sky would be bare. So I was taking a lot of photos throughout the years. We're talking about the sky, yeah, because that's what you're gonna need to be watching. The sky's the screen. See, here's no clouds. Okay, remember when I was telling you guys? You see how they were spraying the clouds? Because there's no clouds. Because you got to spray clouds on a screen. Okay. Yes. You see that? No clouds unless you spray. All right. So now that we know that, we got to keep an eye on the sky. Pop Smoke, Prince of Peace on a cloud, baby. P-O-P, smoke, cloud, plasma. There you go. Blue. Last picture you saw on his Instagram, him getting in a white truck with his friend Mike with Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton is warrior angels, archangels. Then they had on the blue like the gamma ray. They hopped in the white car. Two hooded figures came with and shot him with a home invasion. Check out Chris Brown's Instagram the day before. You know, it's all there. Everything adds up, and that's why I'm like, when a lot of these things happen, I don't overreact. I just understand what type of energy that's trying to be raised, and I try to make sure the correct energy is raised to create the frequency. Okay? The correct energy that needs to be raised right now, which is why he left his song Element 2 days ago, is all the women who were, trashing and tearing down Kobe, Snoop, and whoever else they were tearing down. They're supposed to raise him up because of those lyrics that he posted in Element. Okay, so this is the second chance. You get another chance. This is it. So ladies, do your thing. You could support him because he supported you. They were listening. They got your message. Now you have to respond in a logical way, which is, don't tear down somebody's legacy. Maybe perhaps post something, support something, show that you're aware, and da da da. Go read the lyrics to Element. So, why do good die young? I don't know. They just, they chose to do that. I mean, you're going to post yourself with your luggage leaving the day before. I think what's going to go down. I think you know. When TMZ is the first on the scene and to report the story, I think you know. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's not the point. The point is to raise the energy. The energy level is needed. You got to raise your frequency. Y'all see how Drake had all those pyramid argons on his Instagram? Y'all better get y'all little crystals and rings and pyramid organs and coppers and stuff. Look, yeah. Raise your energy. Take your elixirs if you got them elixirs. Spray some of that stuff. Y'all got my spray. Get that gold and that platinum. Raise that frequency. Look, I'm gonna spray mine. Hop, hop. Okay. It doesn't taste like anything actually. So. It's just I was thirsty. Okay. Keep your Osiris figure up. I got my Thoth. I got my mic. Got my Thoth. Got the goddesses. Got pictures of myself. You know, it doesn't really matter as long as you know inside what it all represents. You're good. High Rise. The number one song on the Billboard is "The Box." Why do you think it's the number one spot? The box. Go into the box. Go into the inner. Descend before you ascend. So, for example, if you find yourself floating around or whatever, go down before you go up, baby. Go read the Emerald Tablets. You can get them online for free. Go down to the halls of a mentee and then rise back up. You have to descend before you ascend. The box is the descension into the darkness so that you could be raised into the light. You got to go to the darkness first, always. To be reborn of the earth into the heavens. When they join, that is your birth. The cloud. Water into gas, into plasma, into gamma ray. It's all elements, which is the last lyric video that was put out on Pop Smoke's YouTube. He is so random. I told you it has just to do with the name. All you got to do is have the right name, put the right song lyrics in your song, just like Nipsey. They're not using major stars anymore because they're targeting specific people. Okay? Think about it. They're not using global, icons anymore. They're using specific people with specific names to get the attention of specific people. Okay? Okay. Where can you get silver colloidal? I have some on my Etsy shop, Dark Realm. I know they probably sell it at. Every time I go to like Whole Foods, they're always sold out. So, I mean, maybe you can order it on Amazon or something if you want it super quick. I also sell it that it might, it's delivered by, priority mail. So it's on my Etsy store. It's in the Dark Realm on Etsy and it's in the description bar. The Dark Realm is where you must go before you ascend. Now that I think about the bedtime prayer, it makes sense if you decode it. Now I lay me down to sleep. So now I'm going to lose, consciousness and I'm going to not remember anything. I'm just going to be dumb and basic. So, thank you, Burn Enough, Sprinkle Sprinkle. You are pretty sorry for the rub. YouTube is banned in China, so I have to send it to Russia. Oh, thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. No problem. Appreciate that. That was smart. Thank you. You did a lot just to give me a donation. Thank you. So now I lay me down to sleep. That means, I'm taking a rest. I'm not going to be, the all-knowing anymore. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. I pray to stay in this body, in this type of body. If I should die before I wake, if my family, lowers their frequency through the bloodlines, I pray the Lord my soul to take. I want to hitch a ride up out of here. You see? I pray that hitch a ride. So I feel that is what it means. Um, why is YouTube banned in China? I don't know. Maybe just the availability to give money. I don't know. Is it? Pop said he's not stopping till he reached 823 million. 820 million. And 823 million. Let's see. 8, 9, 10. That's 1 plus 3 is 4. 4D, baby. We're just gonna turn things into 4D. 4D. I think what's really gonna happen is things are going to shift and turn into 4D before your very eyes. The hologram, this is what I believe. So y'all ready to hear my beliefs? If anything major happens, it's going to be a hologram changing into a fourth dimensional hologram versus a 3D hologram. You see, 40, the thing with 4D eyes, girl, 4D, 40 days and 40 nights. You notice, like, I was talking about the donuts and stuff. There's been an influx of donuts everywhere, and that's the shape of a fourth dimensional planet. But remember, in this book, it was saying that everything is a hologram. So if you wanted to make a fourth dimensional hologram, you would have to also create another dimension frequency wise. Okay, so if you were a 2D being, let's say you were a drawing on a piece of paper. So I'm trying to explain this the best way I can. If you were a stick figure on a piece of paper, and somebody wanted to make you into a sculpture, which is 3D. That's why they say they made you out of clay, because that's a 3D version of a drawing, is a sculpture. Okay. So if you take a 3D version of a sculpture and you want to make it 4D, how would you do that? What would you have to do to make a 3D sculpture into a fourth dimensional thing? So think about that for a second. How would you do it? Matrix, yeah. So in order to create, that's why you see all the 5G towers going up, because they have to create this new dimension with these towers and the electromagnetic frequencies in the air. So that's the whole story of Noah's Ark. Noah's Ark is the same thing happened in Noah's Ark. It wasn't about no real boat. It was about going into the halls of Amenti. And then when you ascend, then you will be in a fourth dimensional, or he was in a 3-dimensional, basically, or it's what's happening now. So when he goes into the ark, and inside the ark with every type of animal and bug and whatever, that's the earth. That's the earth. Because you can't get every type of animal and bug inside of a boat. So the earth was the ark. And he went deep down inside with his family into the ark, into the halls of Amenti, into the center of the earth, into the sun center of the earth as energy. And then he would send a dove out. The dove was a spirit, and that means, was he able to find a body? Was a spirit or soul able to find a body to inhabit that was on the same frequency as that dove? So he sent it out a couple of times. It came back. So ain't nobody out there yet. And so the last time it came back, it brought an olive branch. And the olive branch is symbolic of the eumelanated human. Okay. And so then he let the dove go, and it didn't come back, which means that there were now bodies to inhabit once again, so that you can be reborn. And so Noah left the ark, and there was a rainbow in the sky. there was an arc over the sky. Thank you, Burning Up, Sprinkle Sprinkle. On my side note, please do a Michael Jackson. Hee hee. Hee hee. Sasha's always doing it. So it was him waiting for the earth to be recreated in a different dimension, which is exactly what's going on, or supposed to be going on, or on the screen going on, or this is the screen. And we don't know it because we're 3D, because if we were 4D, this would be a screen to us. As a 4D being, this would be a screen. As a 3D being, a drawing would be wondering what it's like to be a statue. We're going to be wondering what it's like to be a fourth dimensional hypos human. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. So I don't know. I mean, if you read the old stories about how there were beings on the earth that could go between, they were between spirit and they were between spirit and physical form. They were the crystalline, because that's how this type of energy works. It's the crystalline energy. So you can have liquid, plasma, gas, water, and then the crystalline element, which is the solid element, and you can create the matter. So it's going to be within your DNA and in your power to recreate or to create as you want to. I don't know. You're on that level. If not, I don't know. You just be roaming the earth and getting got. I don't know. Go to bed. I've heard a lot of songs talking about go to bed, bedtime story, bedrock, the earth, go inside the earth, go to sleep, come back out later on. So I'm just putting the information out just in case a lot of people don't know. This is in a lot of things. This is in the Revelations. This is in the Bible. This is in songs and music. It's on Instagram. It's being shown to you everywhere in different ways. And, that's it. So, Love You Back to Sleep by Chris Brown. Did he post that lately? I think he did, didn't he? I can make your bed rock. Yeah, and I saw something about beds the other day too. I'm like, why are they posting about old bed? Okay, Earth. I get it. See, this is why it's important to know how to decode, because very interesting. Very interesting times we live in. And then you have Pharrell posting this. This is like in the last couple of days, or maybe last week. He's like floating up with Mickey Mouse balloons. So it's like Ascension. But you see, remember here's the thing. Here's the test. Here's the test. The test. Do you know where to go, baby? Let me show you the way to go. I wanna rock with you all night, dance you into the sunlight. Where's Michael Jackson on that video? And the darkness with some green Osiris lights. The underworld. So, okay. There's some that will try to go straight up, and that ain't gonna work out for them. Gotta go down. Gotta go downtown. Okay. Yeah. Shira, is Houston still going to fly? We don't know. Be prepared. That's all I can say. See? Okay. Yeah, I don't. You know what? Drake said it best. If you reading this, it's too late. That's why I try to tell y'all. I mean, y'all be asking me about silly stuff when I'm trying to show y'all stuff. Y'all ask me about the silliest stuff, and I'm trying to tell y'all, and y'all still asking me the silliest stuff. I'm trying to tell y'all, and y'all still ask. Y'all don't get it, so I guess y'all gonna be stuck up in a chocolate bar like them M&Ms. Okay, of all the confused, crazy people that don't know how to don't know a lot of things, they're going to be just messed up. Okay, they're gonna be in therapy on a couch like that M&M chocolate bar. Because okay, let's just say if there was to be a big massive event and a bunch of people died and our souls and spirits was floating around everywhere as plasma energy, which that's what it is. Plasma energy is the fourth state of matter. Okay, just listen. If my soul, which is plasma, which are, particles, mix in with another person's particles and plasma and stuff, and everybody's bunched up because they're scared and running around and floating. They don't know where to go. Oh, I'm supposed to go. Oh, no, there's a screen. Can't get up out of here. Um, oops, can't go. And so you get all mixed up together, and then you got the chocolate bar with the M&Ms, and y'all stuck together. And now you come back and you're in therapy because you're hearing voices. Okay, so you're supposed to go down and descend inside of the earth into the halls of a mentee. That's what they call it in Thoth. Go to the center of the earth and be reborn. Okay. Go into the womb of the planet. Go into the center of the planet. Your plasma will be heated. Okay, this is science now. Your plasma will be heated up to a hotter temperature. Okay. And then when it gets to the right frequency, you will be able to become spaceborn. Remember the spaceborn in there? And as you rise back up through the earth as this gamma ray, which come out of the earth as well, you will be activated by the ocean water in the clouds and all that. And you will become a cosmic ray, and that is how you become spaceborn. Right? You got to go down before you can go up. Everybody's going to be freaking out. They may not even know they're in plasma form. They may or they may not know they're in plasma form, but they're going to be, colliding and getting stuck inside of each other, not knowing where to go. They can't get properly activated. They're kind of stuck together. Then they'll just fizzle out because, the 5G towers will, make use of their energies and harness them. Okay. Just letting y'all know. So go down, go inside the earth. If you don't understand, go read the Emerald Tablets. And they have the audio book online. If you don't read, just go hit up YouTube and type in Emerald Tablets. Okay. Just listen. Okay. It's the same thing in the Bible where it says there'll be 4 days of darkness. Do not leave out of your house. Do not look out of the window. Stay inside. Do not open the door. That means, descend within. Descend within. The earth is also another representation of you. Go within. Descend within. Go into the darkness. I wrote a book on, how to manifest with dark energy, darkness, da da da. You must go into the darkness first and stay there for a little while until the earth. You must go into the ark, like on Noah's Ark. You must go into the ark and stay there for 40 days and 40 nights, however that long is, until however long it takes for the 40 to finish creating itself. And then you come out and find something, to inhabit. I don't know. But if you know the story, if you're consciously aware of certain things, you're not going to be afraid if something does happen. Just in case, you know all the stories, you know what to do, you know the science behind it. You're good. You're good. So go within, go inside, go within. Go inside, go within. Don't go up out, don't be flying around with all the other people um in a panic. Don't be bird boxing. Go in the house like the people did on Bird Box. They all went in the house. Remember? Go watch Bird Box. Go watch Bird Box once again. Okay, y'all remember when everything started to go down on Bird Box? Thank you, B. Martin. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Release your earthly tether into the void. That's true. See? Um, Thank you, Sprinkle, sprinkle. So just think about Bird Box. Do what they did on Bird Box, basically. How do you help those who have already physically passed becoming a gamma ray that is possible, or does their energy just change form? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, Already physically passed, become a. Okay. How do you physically help them? Well, you can give them a ride. Y'all, every time I say hitching a ride, that means if you want to take someone that doesn't have the right frequency to become spaceborne, you can, but you got to have enough money to pay the toll. Y'all know what that means, right? You know how they say, you know how like in the river, you got to give them a coin to pass into the underworld. You know what that coin is, right? Your money in the grave. You know what that is? That frequency, that melanin. Yes. So depending on if you dripping like $1 million, like Rick Ross, yeah. If you like Drake, you can't fly spirit. Okay. Say he don't fly spirit because he can't. Okay. So now y'all understand all the little metaphors in the music now, because that's what they're trying to tell you. Um, so if you got enough money to give somebody a ride, pay the toll for them, go ahead. You don't have enough money, you got to go. Yeah, they got to find a way on their own. You know, a lot of people in Hollywood, you know how they say, "Oh, will you sell your soul?" You know, you could be selling your ride out. You could be selling a ride out to somebody. Okay, when it's going down, when it go down, you got my kids, you got me. We ride together. You know, if you watch that, if you're watching this, it's too late. Short film by Drake on YouTube. Somebody's giving him a ride in a car, and it's almost like a dream. It's just interesting. I don't think there's any music in it either. It's just a movie. So right, I seen people literally rolling around like balls of fire, bumping each other while I was sitting there like a prism with light coming out of the top in a vision. Yeah. hmm it's just like the pyramid. When Thoth talks about the pyramid, go into the king's chamber, um, and then wait until I come to you, and you get this knowledge and information. Well, when your pineal gland and when your third eye's open, when you are vibrating on a certain frequency, and you understand all this means, and you studied a lot of things, and it all adds up scientifically and quantum physically, and whatever, it makes sense. It makes sense. And it's something like, if like I said, if you were a 3D sculpture, you're just being upgraded into the fourth or the four-dimensional version of a sculpture. What would that be? What would be a fourth dimensional of a sculpture? A city, a planet, a world. And 4D represents no time, no, you know, past, present, and future, all one. So, what would you be? Hologram, a donut, a donut. You'd probably be some type of being that could morph into certain things. That's what I would think that a fourth, if you were to take a sculpture and turn it into something fourth dimension, it would have to be something that morphed. Literally, it would have to turn into other things. You said darkness. Um, right. So if y'all can figure that out, that would be interesting. Same thing happened to me. Or did morphing reminds me of Power Rangers. Mighty Morphin Power. Yeah, like crystal gems on Steven Universe. Those seem like fourth dimensional beings because you know how they could merge with each other. They can take themselves apart. I got twins. I can tear they beep apart. Drake said that. Remember? So I think it would be being able to morph with different people, different energies, different elements. Like, they had a lot of animal like hybrids of people, gods, and whatever. Like you can morph into a cat woman, like Bast or Sekhmet. You can morph into a ibis man, like Oath. Maybe you can morph into different aspects of, you know, beings. So, for example, yeah, you could morph into the different. You want to see like a cat? Okay, I want a cat head. I want the sense because you'd be able to have and heighten all your senses. You would have 4D senses as well. So, if you know how they say cats can see into different light spectrums, well, you'd also be able to see into different light spectrums as well because you would be able to morph into any type of um, thing or animal that could see into different light spectrum. You want a cat eye, like on Thriller at the end, blink, and then you got them cat eyes. You know, so like morph, Morpheus, Morphin, X-Man, what you call it, mutants, whatever. But it'll be like, okay, what do I want you? How well you can control your emotions, how balanced that you are now in a 3D body will determine how good you can control your powers or your ability to morph or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, like on that movie Raising Dion, when he discovered the little boy discovered his powers, he had to balance and learn how to use them. That's why the balancing of the chakras and the emotions are um, really being tested right now. Because if you triggered easily, you could turn. And if you have this knowledge, you're not going to be suitable for 4D because you can't control yourself. You can't control your mind, your thoughts. You just react. So if you have the energy and the power to morph into any type of thing, weather, like storm, we can't have people as walking around angry all the time. You see. So that's why these tests are continuously being done to test people and to see where your mind is and see where your frequency is and see where your balance is of your left and right brain, which is your masculine and your feminine side, and how well you can balance this because they're not going to allow these crazy people. to come and get these energies if they can't control the little bit of emotion that they have now. Energy in motion, emotions. So they're bird boxing to get rid of the over emotional. They're getting rid of the triggered. This is why I was trying to help people. That's what all these 5G towers are for. Y'all don't know. So all that energy, you know, has to go somewhere because energy doesn't die. Um, mhm. Was saying the same thing. Elon Musk was saying the same thing. What? Oh, I don't know. They'll be the first one to kill themselves. I know. And that's the sad thing about it because if they just paused and just waited and just did a little research and just, listen to the ones that could balance or were able to balance, um, it will be more helpful. Okay. It's morphing like shapeshifting. Yeah, it's kind of like shapeshifting. Just think of X-Men. Go watch X-Men. You remember all the powers that these people had on X-Men and like Storm and the lady that can morph into any person that she wanted to. She had the blue body or whatever. It's kind of like that. If the only way to control that sort of, you know, power or energy is to already be in control and master of your 3D self and your 3D mind and your 3D, consciousness. You got to have been mastered that first before you can even attempt to master that type of energy. So the reason why you're getting a lot of things that trigger you lately is to help you to balance, to realize, why do I let this control me? Why do I get triggered so easily by this? What is it about that? Because if you just think about it, if you had certain power and something could trigger you, that means something can control you as well. You know, that means if you are triggered, that's your weakness. And in the wrong hands, the knowledge of how to trigger something very powerful is like having, a nuclear device. So that's why they're not going to allow the unbalanced. That's why you got to get on that scale, the feather in the heart. Your frequency is unbalanced. You can't go, baby. A moot will eat that heart. A moot will eat your frequency. A moot, the crocodile, alligator, the one that absorbs the plasma from the sun, absorbs your soul, your spirit, will absorb you. Okay. That's from ancient Kemet. So if you are not balanced emotionally, that's why I keep trying to help people. And I can't really just say, look, and say what I've just said to the average mundane mind because they would think I'm crazy, right? If you think that, but then you go into, um, you know, the questions of what happens when I die, what is a soul? When you start asking those questions, it will lead you to what a soul is. Okay. It will lead you straight to quantum physics and energy and electromagnetic frequencies. Okay. It will lead you to the fourth state of matter. And once you figure that out, like you don't have time, but if you would like to go and research it, that's how you will get to that information. So once your soul or your plasma being leaves your body, okay, think about how your body decays. Think about ancient Egypt. Weren't they very obsessed with mummification and preservation of the body and preparing certain organs that, have a certain amount of eumelanin and gas in them, and, getting them to the right temperatures, and, things like that to create the fourth state of matter, all that kind of stuff. They had electricity back then with the, so just think for a second. They used the pyramid. They had a gold capstone on top of the pyramid. The pyramid walls were made out of quartz stone, and there was water beneath the pyramid, which was also a way to activate plasma. Okay. And it was in the middle of a hot area. So you were going to get some type of blast energetically out of, you were going to become spaceborne through your plasma. That's why Thoth says his spaceship is underneath the pyramid, because that's where the water is. And that's where he would have to get activated and then shoot up into the cosmos through the gold capstone, which is a conductor of what? Electricity. So we don't have pyramids, but as a human, you are a pyramid, you see, because your solar plexus is where your soul is. Okay? I pull up in a lemon. That's your soul, because it's, the lemon, the yellow. So your solar plexus, that energy rises. It extracts all the energy out of your organs, and it rises up. And the mouth is like the water of the pyramid. Okay. Right here through the nose and the nostrils, right here. And this is the in the pyramid, what they call the king's chamber or whatever. And it's in the pineal gland. This is where it's going to gather all its knowledge and wisdom before it leaves. And after it's gathered all that it wants to take with it, then it's going to shoot out from the pineal crown chakra, and it's already activated by, the water, whatever, and it's going to go pew into the heavens. And so that's what it is. You said we're already dead. Are we? So that's how it's explained in the Emerald Tablets. Okay. If you haven't read it. And everything is energy. Remember that. Remember, everything is energy. Even your thoughts are energy. So even if you think this, it will come into fruition. You see, it is the key in the way through thought. Okay? Is the key in the way through thought, or thought. Because think about this. If you don't have any of this information, what would you do if it was the end of the world and you're just roaming around as energy? Where would you go? What would you do? How would you remain conscious of all the things that you have learned and known on the planet Earth in your 3D life? How would you take that with you? How would you find another body? What would you do? Where would you go during a certain time when the chaos was happening? What would you do? Would you try to go up because you think heaven is there? So just think about this for a second. If it's just like when there's a disaster, everybody's out in the street running around acting crazy. The safest place is not in the street. The safest place is not roaming around. The safest place is inside, tucked deep down, away from all the chaos. Right? And then after a while, you kind of peek out a little bit, see what's going on, like the groundhog. Okay. Then you don't see nothing, you go back in, okay? Like the dove in Noah's Ark until you're able to be reborn through that, you know, through whatever, through your into your 4D body. How about that? Mhm. What better example of a freak could you display? Oh, Michael Jackson, of course. The best one of all. The one who made you Thriller, so you know what was going on. Don't worry, you'll be back. Don't worry, stay tuned. Tunchi, Lil Wayne. He said, don't worry, stay tuned. Keep your frequency up. Stay tuned, baby. I had to lose a life or I could have a life. Don't cry. Y'all listen to Lil Wayne's music too, y'all. So, Moonwalker too, exactly. Um, as within, so without. Right. We're just energies going through the motions and we really don't die, right? So you don't become part of the chaos and get sucked up or whatever. I'm thinking a moot is a black hole. You know, a little black hole. Maybe that's the donut Earth, the torus Earth with the millimeter black hole that sucks all the chaotic energy in there that's not grounded. Makes sense. So, but I'm not gonna be one of them. You got my control over my control. That's right. Do I think Tupac faked his death? I think a lot of people fake their death. Of course I do. Um, but the most important thing is the messages that surround it. Like, if this wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't have been prompted to give you this information right now. You see, or people would not know what was going down right now, and you wouldn't know what was going on until it happened, and then you would probably be falling victim to it. And so that's why these things happen, so the message can get out fast to certain people. Okay. um and that's why. um right. Okay, so I'm gonna look for something else real quick, and then I'm show you what's over there. Let's see what if Michael Jackson posted anything. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you this cloud. Look at Janet. So this says, one from the archives. Michael and Janet appear at the American Music Awards on February 18th, 1975, and presents the favorite soul group, hint, hint, Gladys Knight, Glad is Night, and the Pips. Okay. That's on Michael Jackson's Instagram. The real Michael Jackson thing with the little check mark. So that's what was posted. Um, see what the picture looks like. Yep, she has on white. She's sparkling. She has like a cloud, feather things. Um, so American Music Awards, code that. In the Americas, music is a frequency or a tone. Awards is an upgrade. Okay, awards on February 18th, 1975. Okay, so it's February, to present favorite soul group. Okay, favorite soul group, to present favorite soul group, America. Then we have Gladys. Let's look up the name meaning of Gladys. But I think it also is just how it sounds. Gladys, like glad is. Gladys Knight, I'd rather be in his world than without him in mine. Ooh, yeah, that's right. I'm leaving on that midnight train to Georgia. Leaving on the midnight. What does Georgia mean? Georgia, you've been on my mind. Okay, Gladys means small sword or gladius, or let me see what the other meanings are. Um, land or nation. Okay. I'd rather nation fulfill the truth. Okay, so anyway. Knight. We know what knights are. They're like soldiers with swords. Um, Emerald tablets of Thoth. What's happening in the media? You just have to have a collective knowledge of like biblical terminology or stories. You just whatever major is happening in the media. Check the Instagrams of the three people that were initiated to put the message out. There's a couple more, but I'll give you the main three: Chris Brown, Drake, Rihanna, Diddy, and Snoop Dogg are going to be the main ones that are going to put out the information. Okay, because they represent Osiris, Heru, Set, and Anubis. Okay, so they're giving out the information. So y'all can go look for it. Let's see, knight. What is knight? That just means like a soldier or whatever. I'm pretty sure. Um. Oh, I was gonna look up Georgia. Georgia, like Saint George, I guess. Nicki Minaj has one with Pop in the Clouds. Wow. Yeah. See, they all know, but the first ones that are gonna have it, and the main ones are gonna be like Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, Rihanna, Diddy. That's it. Snoop, Drake. hmm Okay, so let me see what all the ones that I mentioned. There's probably more too. Lil Nas X now. And check their stories if they don't post any new photos. Click their icon because sometimes there's, video in there. Okay, so Georgia, let's see what that means. Farmer or worker or of the earth, or the feminine forms is Georgina. Da, da, da. So, um, farmer, earth. Okay, so you have to think about like what does earth farmer means. What does the earth farmer do? What do it's a reaping. Like if you have a harvest to reap, like a farmer, you go become fishers of man. You know, so that's kind of what that means. The soul group um, awarded was Gladys Knight, the farmers who reap you know, the other spirits. All right. When we get right ringing, what are we supposed to do? I try to focus on get no downloads or run or none. At least I don't think I do. Ringing. Sing, baby, sing. Get on tune. Run some water. Take a bath. Get your frequency up. Do all those things that will change your frequency. So breathing will help. Music will help. Water will help. Joy in the dark. Glad it's night. Glad it's night. Right. So hopefully y'all understand this, and if it's helpful with mentally, meditation wise, physically, I don't know. Bird Box, if Bird Box happens to go down, you also know what to do. Oh, yeah, I was going to talk about Bird Box. So I rewatched that movie. So Bird Box was basically saying the same thing. If you just want a quick recap, everybody remember how it started in China first, overseas, like all the the Bird Box thing, and it was all on TV, and people were watching Bird Box from across the globe, and then all of a sudden it came here. That's kind of giving you hints and clues as to what this is mirroring, right? So now we have Bird Box because we don't know, we have Bird Box. So the screen, the sky, the frequencies, the holograph is going to change. And so we might see something that will make our heart stop and like on Thriller. Um, but we know that it's, just the earth getting ready to turn into 4D and the other souls being harvested or whatnot, whatever. So you must go inside your house. You must go inside your ark. You must go inside the ark, whatever, whatever. So you're not going to be out in the chaos bird boxing. Okay. You know, them crazy people, right? In bird box that could see stuff, they were possessed. They will possess you unless you change that number on the dime. Unless you change your frequency. Okay. So there is a certain group of people that are able to be possessed by, certain energies, gang, whatever. And so they are also sent there to get rid of the, stragglers who don't know what to do, where to go, um, blah, 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 stragglers. So, right. And so you remember at the end of Bird Box where they went, right? They went where the blind was, the school of the blind or whatever, and they went inside this new place where there was a dome over it, an aviary where the birds were, and you could, they were just in a whole different environment. They were, yeah. So it's basically kind of like that. And remember how she had the boy and the girl, and she wouldn't give them names. Those were who she was carrying with her. Like those were her. Um, it's parallel to your left and right brain, to your masculine and your feminine side. It's also parallel to like people that you're giving a ride out, other spirits that latched onto you, and you gotta tell them, look, y'all gotta stay together. We gotta work together. We gotta become united in one. Because if you get scared, your energy can't run this way, or you're gonna get got. Remember when the little girl got lost and she didn't know how to get her back? So she had to say some stuff and raise the frequency in order to be able to vibrate to get her back instead of going into another direction. So it's very interesting that movie is very parallel to the Thoth and the energy and all that soul spirit journey into the next world. Remember that to go down the river. River is code for frequency or the waves or the current. They were caught up in that river and that current and the rapids, and they couldn't look. Like they couldn't see. They had to stay blind, or else they was gonna get got mentally or whatever. So they had to cover their eyes and just have faith or whatever that their frequency was able to withstand that energetic level of travel. And then once they made it to wherever they was going, you know, uh, they were fine. They saw people they knew. Remember, it's like, hey, they saw the lady's doctor and all that. So she finally gave them names. She finally gave them names after she collected, the children back. She finally gave them names, which means she finally decided to take them as her own, into her own, or as part of her. So that's why they got a name, and that's represents your physical body or your melanin. And if you look at that movie, what she was painting in the beginning of that movie was the Last Supper, but with different characters, and it was very dark. So she knew, like, she was already in the darkness. She was already painting with a lot of black, and she was not very emotional at all. She was a very unemotional person, which is why she was able to make it to the end. She was able to control that emotion. She wasn't all freaked out like the other pregnant woman was, who was all over the place, who was triggered by every single thing. Everybody else was, didn't really make it because they were too triggered. Um, Her boyfriend, the black dude, of course, he sacrificed himself for her so she could get away. The Osiris sacrifice, how that always happens. The melanin sacrifice. And then, so she got away, and she was probably the most emotionally balanced and in control person of the movie. That's why she was able to get to the end okay and carry other, two children with her, because she was in control and she did not allow anything on the outside to change her frequency. So after after she was used to having these children as a part of her, she kind of grew some emotions which she needed in order to raise her frequency, close to the finish line. Well, she needed to tap into that, which is the balance of the masculine and the feminine, which is the Christos energy or the Christ energy. So when she did that, she was able to get to where she was going with no issue after that. So yeah, remember when I tell you guys, look, y'all better balance those emotions. It's gonna save you. Okay, think about it. All the judgment, the scales, you must be balancing your chakras. Everything is about balance, peace, balance, justice. What is justice? Balance. That song by SZA, It's Just Us, It's Just Us. That's balance. So the whole situation of Pop Smoke led to this discussion, because that's what it's supposed to lead to, and got the information that you needed. Don't go bird box when you see some stuff. Don't freak out. Just don't do it. It ain't worth it. Just go ahead and stay in your home, stay in your house, go within, whatever. Go to sleep. Good night, moon. Good night's room. Get your pillow and go to sleep. That's what I'm gonna do. I ain't gonna be running around in my bed with my little water thing on, making some waterfall sounds. Me and my kids. James can come too. The cat too. Okay. So, and the reason the birds were able to sense the electromagnetic frequency is because they are lined up with the Earth's magnetism. Okay. When the Earth's magnetism is changing and the electricity is changing in the air, the birds can sense that. So that's why she had the birds. So she knew when things were around, or when there was energy nearby, or electromagnetic frequencies and energies nearby. Okay. Thank you for this information. You are welcome. Mhm. What about a quiet place? Yep. Keep your frequencies to a certain, you know, um, the quiet place, you can't speak. You have no voice. It's the same, you can't see. You have no eye. So those with ears to hear and eyes to see, you know, sound is frequency. So if you are not supposed to be somewhere and something can sense you, it's going to eliminate you. You see? So the sound was representing your frequency. You They're telling you have to stay on a certain frequency not to be detected. A certain frequency does not get detected. Okay, it's to be a balanced frequency, a calm frequency. You know. So if you're able to stay calm in crazy situations, you are untriggered. You will be fine. You said don't go. Just stay home and go to sleep, child. Just that's the best thing you can do. Good night. So, right. Work on your emotions, work on not being over emotional, and work on your frequency. Because, okay, now listen to this. This is very interesting. Depending on your level of control, your knowledge, your consciousness, and your frequency, upon rebirth, will determine your rank and your form. Okay. Now, some people are just born into certain families and certain places and your rank, and they just, they're depending on your ability to control self, your knowledge, blah 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 blah, frequency will determine what type of, in the book of Enoch they call it garment, what type of garment you will be given, what your position will be, blah 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 blah. Listen to MJ break it down. Yep. The whole song, Mhm. And listen to Loving You. It's on that Michael album that came out right after he departed. The lyrics don't make sense unless you can decode and you understand the Emerald Tablets. You know how Mike had some strange lyrics that didn't really make sense. It sounded like he just put some words together but made it sound good because he sang good. They make sense if you know how to decode. Listen, you want to hear it? Hello, midnight lover. What's a midnight lover? Somebody that rolled through at the last minute to show you some love so they can hit your ride, so they can get a ride in the bed. See? Hello, midnight lover. So, re-listen with ears to hear and learn how to decode. Okay? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Can you feel it? That's right. Why does that even matter? Does that mean she and his father or the true source? What? I don't know. I don't know. Y'all must be talking amongst each other. Mhm. Yeah, you can't really react. The only reason I do what I do is to try to help people and teach people and try to get them balanced and out of a negative frequency, because it's going to be the end of them, or they're going to get very, very, unbalanced. Liberian girl, you came and you changed my world. A love so brand new. Liberian girl is the woke American woman who remembers who she is and where she's from and frees herself through the knowledge of self. Because if you look up the country of Liberia, is one of the countries that a lot of people from the US came back to after slavery and were freed, as free people. And so Liberian girl is one who remembers who she is and changes people's worlds. That's me. I'm a Liberian girl. So, yes. You're welcome. You're on a mission to decode them MJ songs. Start with "Take Me to a Place Without No Name." If you know how to decode, take me to a place without no name. Okay. Don't worry about that double negative. It's there for a reason. So what if you are homeless and live in your car? What are you going, girl? Stay in your car then, baby. And you know how, like in the Bible and stuff, it says you will not be able to hide inside the earth or in the mountains or in the caves or in the earth. You will not be able to hide if you're not supposed to be. If you're supposed to be gotten, you're not supposed to be here anymore because the frequency is the force. It's got a lot of power, and it penetrates through everything. It penetrates through. Oops, sorry, y'all. It penetrates through everything because they become waves instead of particles. They become waves that penetrate through everything. So if everything is hiding, if someone is hiding, it's still going to be gone because it's like a wave. And so I think that's why Lupe Fiasco's last album was called Waves. Anyway. Mm-hmm. The Chinese man I dated tried to sneak back into my life for a ride. Girl. I'm done with you. I'm just done. Perhaps that's why a lot of people moved from China to Africa. Which wouldn't be a bad idea. You mix some Asians and some Africans. That's how Wakanda became. There you go. 4D city. You got the technology. Okay. Shoot. Anyway. The Native Americans. What'd you say? Kanye was at a ball game and his pants had ring shapes on them, like donuts. Code. The Weeknd songs are good too. Code as well. Oh yeah, yeah. His songs are very deep. I had no idea until I heard them over and over, and I'm like, he's talking about this. The Starboy. House so empty, need a centerpiece. House so empty, need a centerpiece. Okay, the donut hole is the centerpiece. House is the earth. Donut earth. It needs to be changed into 4D. Then when he talks about cut that ivory into skinny pieces, it's like, and then he says, cut that ivory into skinny. I guess he's talking about, somebody doing cocaine or whatever. And, but I love my baby. The cocaine is code for melanated people, even though it's white. Because if you think about the story of Cain and Abel, y'all remember when I told you the story of Cain and Abel? Cain is the melanated. Co means with, so with Cain, cocaine. That's why in the rap songs they're always talking about they got cocaine and all that kind of stuff. It represents with Cain. Co together with Cain. Melanin. Cocaine running through my big vein. Rick Ross. They don't literally mean the drug. Well, I mean, they probably do, but it's also a metaphor for you melanin, even though it's white. You see how they hide things in plain sight. Yeah, Lupe Fiasco has waves. Um, Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa in the Ape video was telling of the mirror dimension coming, or the 4D coming, because that's how Leonardo da Vinci painted that in order to see, what was going down. Um, you put a mirror right in the middle, and the reflection shows you this being. So y'all can look that up online. You can print out a photo of the Mona Lisa and get you a mirror and do the same thing. I think the Earth is flat because the Earth was flat 2D in 2D. The Earth is a sphere and turning into a torus shape, fourth dimensional frequency right now. Okay, if you still on flat Earth, some off. Okay, you go from a drawing to a sculpture into something that can morph into whatever, some clay, some conscious clay, basically, with that's programmed with information, because that's what 4D, 6D, and 7D is. You have the knowledge, the information, the spirituality to go with it, as well as no time. Time does not exist. So that's going to be also what you become as well. Just like we're like the earth, we're made up of the same elements, keyword elements. Remember the song by Pop Smoke, Elements? We're made up of the same elements, so we'll be able to do the same thing. Thank you, Ebony Indigo Sprinkle Sprinkle. So we were on 2D Earth when 2D Earth was existing. Our souls were on 2D Earth, flat. Then that world changed into 3D Earth, and now 3D Earth is getting ready to change into 4D Earth. Okay, where time does not exist. Or so it all goes back to that. And you know how they say, oh, a whole new world in the Latin, a new fantastic point of view. Point of view. Now, what does that mean? What is a point of view? A dimension, isn't it? What does fantastic mean? Grand, major, change. A new fantastic point of view. So if you're going from 3D to 4D, there is a new view that you have not experienced yet. I done leveled up, now view panoramic. A whole new world. So that song is super coded. Right? So when it changes, okay. So the people that are going to also be the people that already understand what's going on and that know what to do, and know this information, they're all understanding of what's getting ready to happen. And so energetically, their frequencies are rising with the Earth's frequency. They're being activated with so much right now. A lot of you guys know that. They're being activated, leveling up mentally, spiritually right now, and they feel it, just like, can you feel it? The Michael Jackson song. Can you, I feel literally, you can start to feel your particles vibrate. Your body starts to shiver. Because no mere mortal, that ain't us, because I'm a goddess. No mere mortal, no mundane person with no knowledge of self can resist the evil, the evolution, the death, and the life of the thriller. Mhm. And the thriller is this whole show, and you can't resist it because you don't know that uh, it's just a movie. You know, um, if you watch Thriller, you'll notice they're back in the 50s or the 60s in the beginning, and they're on a screen, and you think it's real. Look at Michael Jackson. Then all of a sudden, some horrible things happen, and then it switches to the view of people sitting in a movie theater watching it on a screen. But those people in the movie, they experienced horrible happenings. And it says scrawled in blood. See you next, what's today? Wednesday. See you next Wednesday. Right? That's today, is Wednesday. See you next Wednesday. And so the girl's like, he was eating his popcorn, he was laughing. It's a movie. She said, I don't like it. I'm scared. And so she gets up. He said, okay. So he gets out, and now they're outside of the movie theater. Okay? When they leave that theater for watching the flat screen, they are, yeah, they leave that theater. Masculine and feminine energy leave that theater. That's like their soul. They leave that theater and they go out into the night, right? They go out into the darkness. And they're walking down the street. They go outside of the movie theater, which is the world, the earth, or, reality. And now they're walking down the street. They shouldn't be out there. Michael wanted to stay inside and watch that movie. He was like, what you doing? So, because she was afraid, she didn't know any better. He had to go save her from the terror on the screen. So now they're walking down the street. Okay. And he's singing, trying to keep the frequency. It's close to midnight. Something evil lurking in the dark. Okay. Then they pass, the moon comes out or whatever. And then they pass the cemetery, right? And they pass the cemetery, and the dead people are rising out of the graves. They're like walking around, dancing and stuff. He goes in and out of, looking like them and then becoming back human because he can morph and shift at will. He got that energy, he got that power, he got that Christos. So he can go be zombie and be human. He can turn into a cat man, whatever. He got it. He can do whatever he needs to do. He could dance. He can make zombies dance with him. He can control everything, you see. So he can choreograph zombies if he would like to. So he had that energy that was balanced. So then she ran into an old haunted house. And the zombies was after her, like, oh, I want to come in the house with you. I want to ride. I want to stay safe with you. I want to be reborn. I want to be reborn. And so she's like, and then she opens her eyes and it's Michael. And he says, come on. And like everything is in color now, right? And back to normal. Like, I'll take you home. And then he grabs her hand, and then they walk by. You see the obelisk in the background from like ancient Egypt. And then he turns around and show you his cat eyes. He's like, ha, 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 ha. So now they're in 45D Earth. You see, now they get to leave and go outside and see what's going on. So Thriller is this thing. Okay. That's why you kept seeing Michael Jackson everywhere. Everybody posting Thriller. Thriller was on the little girl's shirt in the movie Us. You got Thriller all over Chris Brown, Drake, and Diddy's Instagram and people's song, Billie Jean. So Um, Mike has a lot to do with it because he was the one putting out the message for so long since he was a child. And he also has a lot of directing in this entire thing. And I know a lot of y'all think I'm crazy, but I know you don't think I'm crazy after you see all the connections. Mhm. There you go. I'm wild, but hey, Michael said he would make you see. He said, "Let me show you the way to go, baby." Y'all ain't listening. They're not gonna blast it on a billboard. Why would they do that? If those who seek shall find, you know. That's why, like on all the apocalyptic movies, they never tell you when the end of the world is gonna happen or when the asteroid is gonna strike because they know that y'all can't handle it. So that's why they put it out subtly. They like sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. I hope you get it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I hope you understand this. I hope you know what this means. I hope you figure it out. I hope you find somebody that know what it means. Good luck. I hope you listen. I hope you shut it up. So it's kind of like that. It's almost like, we'll put it out there. If you find it, you find it. If you don't, you don't. Hey, it's there though. um and just watch the sky, baby. Just watch the sky. You'll feel it. You know when it's time to go to sleep. You know when it's time to go ahead and cuddle close together. Now is the time for you and I to cuddle close together. Yeah. All through the night. Okay? Listen to Mike. Mike will tell you what to do. Instead of worrying about this and that, you need to stay focused. Okay? Because, remember when Kanye made his album, he was talking about the book of Job? The book of Job. The book of Job. Check it out, baby. Especially the triggered women. Check out the book of Job. Book of Job represents getting people to turn against basically themselves, their own. Okay, the book of Job. We are not alone. That's right. Many people have already failed the test. Okay, so it's a cleansing. It's a cleansing of the imbalance of the frequencies of the earth. Shira could get sidetracked about Michael Jackson all day. Yeah. Well, it's not really sidetracked because it goes with everything. Like all the information, I'm sure he read all the things like emerald tablets, all the ancient texts, and then he incorporated it into good music so that people would listen to it and not just listen to the beat, but try to figure out, after hearing it so many times, what he's trying to tell you. There's a deeper meaning in everything. Um, 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 yeah. Michael is in his music. That's where you can find him. Go listen to his music. There you go. Because I think a lot of people aren't getting the info. I think a lot of people are not asking the correct questions. It don't matter. It don't matter where you are. Don't matter to me. That's Michael Jackson. It don't matter to me. Okay, if you think about this on a grand scale, just think about this. Let's think about this in energy form. Let's think about this like Tesla would think about it. If you have a diode or some type of circuit and there was an imbalance in the currents, you would have to rebalance things. You would have to remagnetize something in order to get it right. Okay. That's all this is. It's a rebalance. So if you have a lot of people that are on a certain frequency, they have to be rebalanced. That's it. Why they got that new tennis shoe, New Balance. The shoes are very interesting as well. Like the Adidas and the Nike and the New Balance, they all represent something too. Like the Nike is the victory, the win, victory over whatever, victory over defeat, the feet. Then you have Adidas, which are the three stripes, the Trinity, three aspects of self. So you got to understand everything is coded. The North Face, yep, that's the feminine, and where the magnetic north goes. The divine feminine, exactly. So it's scary. It's not scary. I've been learning this stuff for so long. I'm waiting on it. I'm like, come on. I want to morph. I know I'm gonna be up, but I already know. Like, what, what animal would you be if you could be an animal? Why do people ask that question? You ever thought about that question? What would you be if you could choose any animal? What's your spirit animal, baby? What's your spirit animal? You can actually do that. You would become your spirit animal. What would you do if you had magic powers? I would do this. Why would you ask those questions? Why do you have that need to ask the question? Think about it. It's in your DNA. And once we hit a certain frequency, once we hit the fourth dimensional frequency of the planet, and we, get back into whatever form we choose to get back into, we'll have that ability. Thank you, Plant Whisperer, Sprinkle Spring. And right. Oh, and I was also showing like Neil deGrasse Tyson before he posted the Goodnight Moon bedtime story. He posted a salad on Instagram, like eat salad. You don't want to be vibrating with certain energy. When it goes down, when you know how on Star Trek, how they have like beam me up, Scotty, or your particles that are going to turn into they're going to vibrate on a different frequency, and in order for you to transition with ease, your frequency should be of a certain level. Because if you have different types of plasma in you that are not on the same frequency, you're not gonna be balancing your energy. You see? So if you have like cow meat, pig meat, chicken meat, then your own human meat, that cow meat and that pig meat and that chicken meat is not the same frequency as your meat. You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna be like this, I'm keeping down my body count. Like Beyonce says, I'm keeping down my body count. I'm finessing like a trap bounce. Yeah. You know, um, my frequency is like, it ain't all over the place. It ain't pig, cow, bat, if you eat bat. So, you know, get you a salad like Neil deGrasse Tyson posted. Neil, he be knowing too. He dropped clues. He's been dropping clues all long time, especially if you watch his videos. But you don't. Where's Velvet? Velveeta. She's probably out there. And I've already discussed this with Sasha and Layla like last year. They've already known this. Whatever. A shift, a major shift, a big shift, a thriller shift, small shifts at a time, whatever. You ever went to sleep and you woke up super tired and you just felt like you were aching and you kind of felt like you were on a boat or something? You ever feel like that? Yes. Lately, you can come in. That could be a minor shift. It could be a minor shift. It could have been a minor earth shift and raising your frequency to the small level up. Hi.
Hi, Mama.
You can come in if you want. I'm on my spiritual channel. Um,
Mom.
yeah.
Did you tell him that humiliated people can't get the coronavirus?
Yeah, I don't know. Did I say that on this channel? I probably did. I posted it in the community section. That's because it's not a real virus. It's like trying to merge some type of DNA with DNA. Which, it could have worked. I don't know. Who knows? I'm just saying. I mean, if I had to choose, I'm not even gonna go there, but we'll see.
Mom,
Mm-hmm.
these people be really so desperate that they're gonna put their DNA in monkeys.
Planet of the Apes, huh?
No, Planet of the Apes was different.
That's what they did. They had that concoction that they gave the monkey, and it had green eyes, and then it had the baby. Because see, the one that they gave the concoction to died, but I guess it worked enough to transfer it to her child. So the child that was born was Caesar, the baby monkey, and he got smart. He got the juice. I don't know. So yeah, Planet of the Apes, the newer movies. But that is true. Like there, in my science magazine, it said that they were putting human brain cells and DNA inside of monkeys, and they were putting it inside of monkeys, and I think it's to preserve DNA. So because remember, time doesn't exist, and so everything starts back over from scratch in the lower dimensions, because once you raise to a certain dimension, there's no more time. So what you do before this happens back in the past. It's like Back to the Future, basically. So you know how they always say, well, how did this evolve from that? In the end, it was planted so that in the beginning it could evolve. So we have genetic scientists, which is what we have now. We have people that are over time travel or know when things are going to happen, because we've already reached the 4D before, and we have, planting knowledge in certain beings genetically. And so that it all starts over again in that realm or that dimension. So when Thoth says, I'm going to go give my knowledge to the land or the man of Kim so that he can be spaceborn, Thoth is doing that to man, and man is doing that to monkey. You see? So that's why Beyonce and Jay-Z made that song Ape. They were saying, y'all calling us monkeys? Ape, 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 ape. So basically what he was saying is,
reverse card.
He's saying, look, y'all go ahead and do what y'all got to do. But they were standing in front of the Sphinx, ready to be spaceborn. They were at the pyramid, at the Louvre in France, Paradise. So, you said, Renegade Sasha, we see you. Oh, sorry, son. Renegade. I don't know that dance. Sasha know it. Okay, so yeah. What about getting your memory back? You should be able to take it with you if you are children of Thoth or children of the sun. And you're conscious. No, if you're children of the sun, yes. If you're children of the sun and of Thoth, then yes, you could take it. So that means if you are understanding what's going on, then you can definitely take it. Read the Emerald Tablets. I'm trying to tell you.
So I can go with my memories?
Yeah, I already told you what to do. Stay in your house, stay in your body, stay in the earth 4 days, go to sleep, 4D days, 4D night.
Can I at least be on my phone when I'm sleeping?
Yeah, in your mind. Wake up.
In my mind.
We'll be together. Y'all know I have trained y'all to be emotionally balanced. So if we got to make a bird box trip, we definitely can do it.
We have apocalypse applies.
Okay.
Supplies. You literally got that. You got water purifiers.
You need some water purifiers, So, whatever. They know what to do. They've already been trained. They've already had that talk that Sandra Bullock had to them little 2 kids at the beginning of the bird box.
Oh my God. Can I get the bird box backpack where I can just stuff it with supplies, and then I get a bird box backpack and just stuff it with clothes, binoculars, food.
Do you remember Sandra Bullock's speech before Bird Box? She said, "You do not take your blindfold off, or you will die."
4 days of darkness. Yeah.
They already had the Bird Box talk. So, okay. Sasha, you over there dancing. That's why Kanye always compares his family to the Jetsons, and they say that they are the future in another dimension. Yeah. We are already there. We are already in the next dimension. We are, if you could see it, then you can do it. You can be it. I see myself. What are you going to morph into, Sasha? You get your energy. You can morph into animals.
A dinosaur.
Clouds.
A dinosaur.
A dinosaur, girl.
A dinosaur.
Why you want to be a dinosaur? I don't want you to be no dinosaur.
I'm just kidding. I'll morph into Thoth. Haha.
A Birdman?
Yes.
You gonna be like Birdman?
Uh-huh.
You gonna have some respect on your name? Put some respect on my name.
I can be anything.
He said put some respect on his name. Birdman. That's what he said. Put some respect on his name. He said it over the radio.
Put some respect on my check.
Okay. Code. Birdman went in there over the radio waves and told y'all to put some respect on his name.
Yeah.
So, Birdman.
This is a Birdman. Hey guys, put some respect on my name. I'm sorry. I had to.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I had to. I'm sorry.
So y'all gotta lighten up, laugh. Have fun. It's funny. That's what it's meant to do. It's supposed to be funny. Okay. It's okay if y'all don't understand. Y'all just be here. That's fine too. And you'll absorb it subconsciously and figure it out at the last minute. Whatever you gotta do, baby.
Can I press it?
No. What you doing? Kanye promoting KFC on last month. I think they got some vegan chicken now. KFC got Beyond Chicken meat. Maybe that's what he's promoting.
Wait, what?
He's crazy now.
Dinosaur.
He's really on it. He's really on it. He's really trying to show you some stuff. You want to sit down? Come on.
Fried dinosaurs.
Okay. You said you gotta start. No, you don't gotta start smoking no DMT. You're gonna go even more bird box. Okay, you're gonna be bird boxing in your sleep. Well, no, we morph into whatever you want to morph into.
I want to morph into a person with 5,000 legs.
Girl, I don't want to see that. You're gonna be one of Sid's toys from Toy Story.
Okay.
You can morph into whatever you want and change it up. I'm gonna be a cat, a dog. No, I don't want to ever be a dog. They stink.
You have to sniff your own booty.
I'm gonna be a cat. I'm gonna be a bird. What are you gonna be?
I will be a cat with 5 legs growing out of its behind.
Girl, they're gonna do experiments on you. Better not do that.
Why? What's wrong with a cat with 5 legs coming out of its behind?
You ever notice that cats are always in the picture on Captain America, on Men in Black, on an Ancient Kemet? Remember the Time? That starts off with a little cat. Black Panther, The Lion King. You know, Vast segment. The cat energy. They hold a certain frequency, and best to turn into a cat first, Sasha.
And then a cat with 5,000 legs.
Whatever. You're gonna be fast. Okay.
Oh, Lita assemble. Lita assemble. She's not coming.
You're a Leo. You know, Leo represents the sun, children of the sun, children of the cat. Wow.
My sister's a Leo.
Layla's a Leo. Layla, Sasha's already half human and half animal. She's a Sagittarius.
Yes, I have 4 legs.
You got 4 legs.
Wait. Actually, yeah, 4
2
legs.
arms.
Would that equal 6 then?
And a tail. Cats are divine, yeah. So,
and
Layla, she's in her room on her phone. You know, she's a junior high school. She's too cool for us.
No one says cool anymore.
Okay, well, what do we say? She too lit for us? I don't know. What you want to say?
That's old too. That's 2017 slang. What is you doing?
Well, tell me what to say then, baby. You don't even know. She too hype for us? What? Come on.
She too dinosaur for us.
That's not even.
She thinks she too good for us.
Oh, that's okay. So we're going back to good. Okay. Cool is out.
Cool is out.
Okay. She's too fire for us. Yeah, she's too fire for us. So I can't say lit.
That's so 2017.
She's too fire. Okay.
She thinks she's too fire for us.
Okay. She's too
but
Gucci.
She
said she's too Gucci.
But she don't know that we be slaying.
She said she's too Gucci.
We be slaying.
Is she too Gucci for us? Okay.
Yeah, she's too Gucci for us.
Yeah, I don't want to be sounding like an old lady, Sasha. You gotta tell me what I can't say no more.
Oh, you children out there being lit. Oh, you lit children. Happy 2017. You want a fidget spinner?
Shut your. Oh yeah, I forgot about them fidget spinners. Yeah, you wanted a fidget spinner. Mama, can I please have a fidget spinner?
They'd be like,
now that I think about it, what's the fidget spinner?
Do you need some air? Some plasma.
So yeah, I'm glad y'all tuned in. Hope y'all watch the video and get some information. I'm getting ready to go. I decoded the Pop Smoke in the beginning, probably the first 20 minutes. The rest I was breaking down everything that it led to in the discussion of what is being said to be happening. I don't know. You can take it either way, spiritually, mentally, physically, all three, dimensionally, frequency-wise. However you take it, just
take it.
Remember, everything starts in the mind, and that's a thought. So if you think it, whatever it ends up to be, you'll be fine if you know the information. Okay. Emerald tablets you can listen to online, on audio book, on YouTube for free. You can read it on Crystal Links, I believe, for free as a PDF. And so if you just want that information. Or you can just listen to Thriller and call it a day. Okay, I'll see you later.
Bye.
Why you do it at the same time?
Bye.